Good morning, boys, and welcome to Tuesday, March 30th. Let's start our day in prayer. 2 little eyes to look to God, 2 little ears to hear his word, 2 little feet to walk in his way, hands to serve him all of my day. Amen. All right, so count down to April because we have today and tomorrow, and then when we come back on Thursday, it's going to be April 1st. All right, so let's jump into our lesson today. We're going to continue with When Spring Comes, and this is the book that we're going to read today, When Spring Comes. And we're going to practice our cutting. We're going to cut some grass, and then we're going to decorate our flower, and then we're going to put that in our garden and the grass that we cut. We're going to do Bunny's flower. We're going to cut out these 4 scenes, and we're going to put them in order. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a little story on the bottom that we'll read to help us with that. And then we're going to practice our A to Z. And this is, I'm going to introduce this worksheet, and then you're going to do it on your own. So if Miss Amanda's with you, or Mom and Dad, whoever's with you today, I'm going to help you get started, or they can help you get started, but I want you to identify your letters A to Z, and afterwards you'll see what picture, and then you can color it in at the end. All right, so let's start our day with Bunny's flower. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'll hold this upside down or reverse so you can see me cutting. We're going to cut out these squares. You're going to have an extra piece here that you can just throw away. So this is what it's going to look like, and you're going to cut them out. You're going to have 4, I think they're actual, closer to rectangles maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean. And we're going to have 4 of these pictures. So go ahead and do that. I'll give you a couple seconds. And while you're finishing cutting, I'm going to read you the story. I get a pot. I plant a seed. I water it and I wait. Soon it grows. It's so pretty. All right, so let's take a look at our pictures that we have. And let's decide what happens first. I get a pot. You're gonna need your glue sticks for this too. So our bunny gets a pot. So let's find the picture of Bunny just getting the pot. So Bunny and pot is going to be our number 1. And here's our number 1 right here. And then we're gonna put our glue on. And that's going to be the first picture of our story. I get a pot. Then we read down a little further. I plant a seed. So let's look at the pictures that we have left. I plant a seed. So this one, the flower is already blooming. This one you can see a little bit of a sprout. So I think that's the seed right there. So I plant the seed. So if we look at number 2, and you find number 2, then you're going to put on number 2 is I plant a seed. Bunny finds a pot, Bunny plants a seed. Down to number 3, I water it and I wait. Okay, so we have 2 pictures left. I water it and I wait. So we see the little watering can here. I water and I wait. So this is going to be our number 3. Bunny is watering her plant and she's waiting. And as you can see, we start to see a little sprout right there. And then it says, soon it grows. And we can see the little sprout. And then the last line says, it is pretty. It is pretty. So if we look at our last picture, we can see the beautiful flower. Bunny's smelling the flower, and she's so happy there we are. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in this exercise, we're practicing our cutting. We're doing our best work with cutting, and then we're telling the story through pictures. Here's our story down here, and then we're retelling it through pictures. Make sure that your name is on the top. All right, make sure your name is on the top. And then you can put that aside. If you'd like to paint your, color your bunny, you can. There's really not too much to color in that picture. Okay, so let's move on to our grass cutting. So I've given you a piece of paper and it looks like, I'm gonna just do this end. This is gonna be shorter, but you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so your piece of paper looks like this. And you're going to make this section look like this. And the way we're going to do that is there's strips on here. That big strip, you're just going to cut it like grass. And you're gonna go up when you're cutting. Let me see if I can angle this so you can see it. When you're cutting, you're just going to start at the bottom and you're gonna go right up to that crease. And then you're going to stop. I'm gonna try to do this way. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, so you're just gonna go up enough to the top right here, and then you're gonna stop. And you're gonna continue to do that all the way across your paper. So it's going to look like grass. Or when I think of this, I always think of a hula skirt, like the hula dancers wear, a grass skirt. Okay, and that fold is going to be where you're stopping. So this is what your grass is going to look like. And then we're going to take our flower and we're going to put some glue on our flower. Okay, you want to get enough on the back so that you make sure that sticks down. And you're going to put that in the garden. You're going to put your flower in the garden. So this is what your flower is going to look like. All right, and before I'm going to have you glue some of this grass down, but before you do that, you can move your grass like this, kind of unfold it, and then you can color it. And you can use any colors that you want, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do my leaves, each of my petals of my flower, not my leaves, my petals. I'm going to do each one a different color. But you can do anything that you want to. I'm going to kind of make mine rainbow. But again, you can do any colors that you like. And I would prefer that you use crayons instead of markers. But if you're really set on using markers, you can do that, that's fine. But I feel like in kindergarten, you're going to be using crayons and not markers. I don't remember Madeline or Matthew using markers in kindergarten, but I could be wrong. And I'm going to show you, while you're coloring yours, I'm going to show you mine when I'm done. And then I'm going to show you our next step after we are done. I think I'm going to make a yellow center. Yellow center reminds me of the sun. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. And it's a beautiful day. How about the weekend, that Sunday storm? The wind was blowing. That was definitely a lion day, not a lamb day. Now, yesterday was a beautiful day too. It was a little chilly, but it was a beautiful day. I would definitely say it was a lamb day on Monday. Okay, so I have colored in my petals all different colors. I did my center yellow. And when you're done, you're just going to take your glue stick and you're just going to run it across your paper. And then you're going to stick some of your grass onto the paper. So some's going to stick and some is not. And that's what you're going for, because you want your grass to look like grass and not be flat. And if you want to bend your grass a little, maybe Miss Amanda can help you with this, or Mommy and Daddy. I'm not sure who's doing your project with you today, but you can bend it a little. But that's going to be your end result. And if you need to have a little bit more glue stick in there, go ahead. Whatever you think looks good. You might have to hold it down a little because we've crumpled it up so it's sticking up. So you might have to hold it down just a little bit. But there you go. There's your cut grass and your flowers. All right, so I'd like to read to you now when spring comes, and then after that we will do our dot to dot A to Z. When spring comes, let's talk about when spring comes. Spirits soar when spring comes. Look at this kite. Look how high up in the sky he has that. A sweet fresh breeze blows bright shades of green and decorates winter's bare trees. So we start to see some green in our trees, and farmers start to plow. Farmers start to plow their fields to get ready for their crops. Okay. Rain and melting snow make stream waters rush. The season's warm days and cool nights mean maple sap can rise and be tapped. So here's our melting ice and snow. And then this is how we're getting our maple syrup. We're getting it from our trees. You can see it's a little spout there. And then there's the bucket that he's collecting it with. And that happens in the spring. Crocuses peek their heads above the ground. And also daffodils. In fact, when I was leaving my house today, I said to Mr. Wilson, I didn't realize our daffodils are blooming. So I have daffodils in my front yard, and here's little crocuses. Animals big and small are born in springtime. Look at this little foal. And if you see the mother duck, seems to say, make way for my ducklings. They're all in a row. Sometimes you'll see them walking across the street, all in a row. After the long winter, boats need sanding, bricks need pointing, and roofs need mending. So we do a lot of cleanup in the spring. Fixing and cleaning, tightening and airing are spring tasks of repair and renewal. So we're getting our bikes ready, we're cleaning our patios off, maybe fixing and painting our fences. Look at him getting his bicycle ready to go on a bike ride. When all the world turns green and flowery again, a blossom is enough to inspire a painting. Look at this beautiful painting. Everybody wants to get outside in the spring. We've all been cooped up inside all winter. Okay, our Jewish friends celebrate Passover in the spring, and our Christian friends celebrate Easter. Like you and I celebrate Easter. Our Jewish friends celebrate Passover. April showers bring rain delays, but they bring May flowers. So when you're playing baseball and everything seems to be going so well. It's beautiful out. All of a sudden it starts to rain. That's what happens in the spring. Look at these beautiful pictures of flowers. I'm going to start to see those dandelions. When spring comes, birds return from their winter homes and busily build nests as people, bird watchers, curiously watch. They're all watching to see the birds return and build their nest. On May Day, there's dancing and maypoles, music, and sunshine. It seems that all the world celebrates spring. Tradition has it that spring is a time where love blossoms. And look at this couple getting married in the spring. Isn't that beautiful, boys? As the season nears its end and the hot weather approaches, you know what that means? It's summer. We mark Memorial Day, and we say Memorial Day is kind of the unofficial beginning of summer. Spring makes us ready for the seasons to come. Roll on summer. So there's a lot happening in the spring, isn't there, boys? Okay, so let's take out our worksheet, and first we're going to put our name on the top. All right, and we're going from A, letter A, all the way to letter Z. So if you want to say in your mind A, B, C, D, E, F, G, if you want to do it like that, that's fine in your mind. Because if you're in kindergarten and you're doing a worksheet, your teacher's not going to want you to say it out loud unless she gives you that instruction. So we're going to start over here with A, and then we're going to go to B, C. You're going to continue the whole alphabet, and I will give you a clue. You're starting with A, and you're ending with Z. So A, B, C, D, and so on until you get to Y, Z. I want you to do this on your own. I want you to do your best work. Connect the letter that comes next. And then when it's connected, I would like you to color this picture in. It says connect the dots from A to Z and then color the finished picture. So that's your assignment today, independently. So just do your best work. I'm going to ask the adult that's with you to not help you, to just point out that we're starting with A and that we're ending with Z. All right, and I would like you to please do your best work. Boys, I'm not sure if this worksheet was in your packet today. This one with the car wash, the little dog in the car wash. If it was in there by mistake. But if you're with Miss Amanda today, I think Tuesdays you're with Miss Amanda. If you want to go ahead and do this with them, you can. It's the same as doing the bunny and the pot and planting the seed and growing the flower. So if this is in there, which I think because I have a sticky on this that it is, I did it by mistake, but you can go ahead and do that with them. All right, boys, so let's just review very quickly what we've done today. You're going to do your bunny and the potted, the pot with the seed and then the blossom. We're going to do some cutting. We're going to cut out our grass, and then we're going to color in our beautiful flower, place it in our garden. We're going to use a little bit of glue to glue some, but not all, a little bit down. And remember to put your name on it. We're going to move over to our A to Z worksheet, working independently, doing our best work, starting with A, ending with Z. After it's traced, or after you've connected your letters, then you can go ahead and color this. And if our wash day worksheet was included in your packet, then you can go ahead and do that just as you did your other one. You're going to cut out your section with the 4 pictures. You're going to read the story, and then you're going to retell the story in pictures. starting with 1, 2, 3, and ending with 4. And if it's not in there, then just forget I said that. All right, and then maybe you can spend a little time talking to Miss Amanda about the signs of spring, things that you see outside that remind you of spring. And hopefully it continues to be a nice day and you can go outside and maybe do a little mini nature walk and look for the things that I talked about, the things that are coming in spring, the things that we see in spring. All right, boys, continue your good work. I'll see you tomorrow for the last day of March. And then on Thursday, we will jump into a new month, the month of April. Great job. Continue the good work, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.